All right. So I assume that those who are watching this are at least vaguely or decently familiar with Nina Simone. She is the inspiration for this poem. And to give a little context, Nina Simone's life was riddled with strife. There wasn't a moment where her life wasn't either dehumanized, not recognized, or not even being realized. I'm hesitant to use the word defiant because I know not if the word defiance is rightful for somebody who fought for the betterment of humanity. If one decidedly goes to war internally and externally with several agencies for the right to exist, I don't know if I can consider that to be defiance. Although that is the word, I hope that's kind of relayed properly and understood. This particular poem was inspired by a performance of hers, I believe. It was in 1976 in Montreal, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It was a jazz festival. And another bit of context, it was after that, after she had been forced, exile might be the right word, but had to leave America due to, well, I can't put it lightly, but she was heavily surveyed by not only the Federal Bureau, but other agencies who came to collect for sins that she did not commit. The most grievous crime of hers was really her using her voice to fight back. And Nina Simone ended up at this jazz festival. So she's performing, and I'm watching it, and nothing but magnificence. Truly beautiful, as one can expect from Nina Simone. But as she continues through her performance and people applaud her, I found myself recognizing a tragedy because she was performing beautifully, she was performing magnificently, but painfully equally. And as she stood up and recognized the audience who applauded her and her works, there seemed to be a dissonance, a disconnect between the body of art that she was performing and the people who she was performing for. And I don't necessarily just mean the demographic, but they were applauding. But the question was, what were they applauding? So this poem is called She Reaches, But You Refuse to Reach Back. And it starts with a quote from her during this performance. Cut up a bit, but while performing, I believe Feelings or Stars, I'm not entirely sure. I should double check that. She says, "What a shame to have to write a song like that. I do not believe the conditions that produced a situation that demanded a song like that." And here's where the poem begins. That sentence in itself, that should be the end of the video. Okay. And if you want a more detailed look into Nina Simone, look her up. She's very much, it's so easy to find information on her. She's great. I encourage you to look up, do all the research possible on Nina Simone, good and bad, ups and downs. And not just Strange Fruit, which was sampled by Blood on the Leaves. So do your research and look into her. She's great. Okay, so here it goes. Can long life be a curse to its own breath? Can long life betray its own creator? Now, this is taken from her perspective. You clap for me, you applaud for me, but did you support me or the system that tried to decimate me with every bit of its fire? The meaning of my existence has been scourged. By the evils of every single breath, you have been guaranteed at the hands of those who look exactly like me. You have enjoyed my music, but you have not looked upon the ones who look like me with any joy, any way. Who do you believe I am? Do you believe me to be human? You cannot, with how you have constantly treated me. Nina, Nina, oh Nina, why do you clap with the same hands that you shoot me with? Why do you clap with the same hands that strike me down? Why? What do you seek from my depth? You take the sound but leave the body. You drink the note and spit out the throat that carried it. You call it soul when it survives you. You call it rage when it names you. I stand here, bleeding melody into rooms that would not shelter me. I am told my pain is timeless, so as long as it does not interrupt dinner. I am told my voice is powerful, so long as it does not speak. so long as it does not breathe too loudly, too freely, too alive. You crown me when I am broken. You canonize me when I am dead. You call it legacy, because accountability would require hands to stop pretending they are clean. Do not tell me you love my work if you recoil from my living. Do not praise my courage if you fund the fear. Do not chant my name as if it absolves you. Nina knew. She sang knowing. She screamed in pitch because plain speech was not enough to crack the walls. Her piano was not an instrument. It was evidence. I ask again because the wound keeps asking. Who do you think I am? A performance? A metaphor? A warning shot you refuse to hear? I am not your anthem. I am not your moment of silence. And I am not here to make brutality poetic. Ironic. I am here, breathing, watching your hands. So clap if you must, but know this. Every time your palms meet without justice between them, it sounds like gunfire echoing through a song you swear you love. Thank you.